Oh, fellas! Well, I'm smiling, but on the inside, I'm pretty annoyed with myself. I cocked up! I tried to be a clever dick, and it's backfired on me. I'll explain why. So I had a few comments. Most of the comments on the videos that I've uploaded about the catalyst, most of them in a roundabout way have all been around the same subject, which is oxidization and ways you would try to limit oxidization by dumping Trub. And it's a thing that's really bothered me about this catalyst, and not necessarily the design of the catalyst, but the way in which a conical fermenter like this, or the fast ferment, or the fermentosaurus that collects Trub in a jar or a ball. And what I mean by that is that there is too much Trub produced when brewing a beer that it can't all be collected in one hit. So a couple of people left comments saying if you left the butterfly valve open during fermentation, all that Trub would settle down into the jar, and then you'd just be able to shut that off, remove the Trub, and away you go. But the problem, like I said, is it produces more than what the jar can hold. Now, you can get bigger mason jars that fit the catalyst, but I don't think even the biggest one that fits in, maybe I'm wrong, but I would be surprised if the biggest one you could get would collect every bit of Trub, and especially if you're throwing other stuff at it. I mean, I've absolutely thrown the works at this. It's got the Trub to contend with the dry upping, and then an additional 250 grams of toasted coconut. Oh, by the way, I did a bit of Trub dropping last night, and I filmed it, and we'll talk about it in a minute, but the reason why I've cocked up is because I didn't have the butterfly valve open from the very start. Now, although I would still have to repeat the process of taking the jar off, cleaning it, sanitizing it, purging it with CO2, and then reattaching to get the rest of the Trub, the problem that I've had is that because I haven't had that valve open from the very start, the Trub, instead of compacting in the jar, has compacted on the top of the butterfly valve, which wasn't an issue with the valve, it was dumping it, but around the edges of the conical, it was pretty solid, and it didn't matter how many times I sort of did it, nothing really loosened it up. As luck would have it though, this morning I checked it, and it has loosened and dropped in and settled, and it looks a lot better than it did last night. Last night I was kicking myself. I was thinking, you absolute prick. Why did you have to try and overcomplicate things? Why did you think you knew better? But my reasoning behind it was that I wanted, when it came to dry upping, I wanted the dry ups up in the beer and not in the jar. I shouldn't have done it. It's my mistake, and I hold my hand up, and it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. So if you're using one of these, don't ferment it with the butterfly valve closed, because you want that Trub to compact in the jar so you can take the first hit of Trub away, which is going to be the most compact, and get rid of it, and then the rest should just flop in. But having said that, like I said, overnight, that mass of Trub that was sat here has sunk down into the jar and collected, thank God. I think we're going to have to dump this Trub and then collect what little is there, and then I think we're good to keg. So it sort of rectified itself, but really I shouldn't have had to get to that stage where it was rectifying itself. But I'll know for next time. I'm definitely going to try to put another brew through it and use it with the butterfly valve open, and just see how it goes, because I don't think I've done it any favours by keeping that valve shut. I was thinking, why can't you just dump that Trub into an open container? Why has it got to go into a jar? Because when the air rushes out through the jar, the CO2 that we're purged with, it's going to disturb. And if you had an open container, you know, if you just put like a saucepan underneath and just opened it up, it would get rid of that Trub, at least the thickest of the Trub, and then shut her off when the beer gets clear. I don't know, I don't know. But anyway, that's where we are with it. As a result of me trying to clear that stuck Trub, well, look at the volumes we've lost. We're dicked, we're at 15 litres. My own fault. God, I could kick myself. It's been a good thing, I guess, because it's showing you how not to do it. and I will know for next time. Definitely don't do that. Keep that valve open. So that's it, fellas. Don't forget to thumb up the video, it keeps to do what I do. Don't forget to hit this little like on here to subscribe. Click it in your moments out coming up next. Share the video, get it out for all to see. Until next time, I'm out of here.